What's going on, Earthlings? I want to welcome all the Earthlings here in the wilderness of North America. Let me be sure we get some audio. We don't want to do a stream, and there's no talking going on. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. All right, I think I'm beautiful. I think I'm beautiful like you. What do you think? Are you in a beautiful state of existence or what? Huh? So the title of this here segment we're going to go through, we're not going to be long. I just want to be brief and thorough. Because as you see, it's all about being you. And when we're dealing with you, we don't want no mistakes. We don't want to deal in information that's not going to be beneficial. This is how important you are. All right, so we're going to drop a little science, a little mathematics. All right. We're going to see what part of the mind that you're ready to get into. Ring that bell now. Be sure to hit your heart button. Don't hit my heart button. Hit your heart button. Check. Let's let some beings get on the airway. I want all the magnificent people to come on and get in the airway. How you feeling out there, people? Huh? little track I put together. Title, I'm Feeling So Right. I own the masters and the copies. Check. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling right? Or are you feeling what somebody else wants you to feel? Or are you doing what something or someone else wants you to do in life? You ain't got to answer that. You ain't got to get in the comment section. You ain't got to tell me. But you do need to be true and forward and straight with yourself in answering the question. You know what I'm talking about? And answering the question rather you are doing something for yourself or are you doing it for somebody else? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with answering that question, asking that question. Because everything that I'm doing, I ain't gonna lie, I'm doing for me. Yup. It's all about being me. I didn't come to earth to be you. I don't want to dress like you. I don't want to look like you. It wouldn't be no fun in being me if I had to come to earth to be a duplicate of someone else. I am totally unaware of how to do invites on YouTube. This is phenomenal. And in order to know, realize, and remember that you're on Earth, you're going to have to recognize, realize the phenomenal things that goes on. In other words, if the events and affairs and happenings and dealings in your life, the things that you're seeing isn't phenomenal, that means you're not really in the third dimension. You somewhere and stuck right in between of something else. Well, let's say another realm. That's pretty much what it is. Power on. You know what I mean? That means you got access to seeing other things that's going on. Because, notice or not, a lot of beings around you, in other words, people, they don't really see things going on around them as things being phenomenal, amazing. Real talk. Some people just think that these are ordinary days and the things that's going on is the way it's supposed to be going on. Yeah. And it's okay. That's not a bad thing. That don't mean I'm to interfere with these people. That don't mean I get in their way. You see? It just means that I stay strong in myself and I let life live and watch how life is going to let me live. You see, when it comes to this life thing, it's like I sit back and I just want to be observing, what is it? Observing, and learn new things. Because there's secrets and there's like tricks to this thing called life, where we can actually manipulate it. And a lot of people may say, well, that's cheating when you manipulating the elements and the forces of it, resistance or nature. They'd be quick to say, well, you stepping on God's toe. You in God's way. No, I'm not in God's way. In fact, I'm probably the most one that's literally really out of God's way. I'm not the type of I'm not the type of person that just keep calling God up. Oh God, I need this. Oh God, I need help. I need your approval. I need your answer. And know it or not, some people deal with God like this in that manner. Real talk. As if that God is actually closer to them than their own jugular vein on me. I know. I used to be to that extent at one point period in time. I remember when I was growing up, I had a little stuffed doll. It was a frog. Kermit the Frog. I called this nigga Froggy. I don't have, it's not around today, but I still know this character, still remember. And I used to utilize this plaything, right? As if it was real and that it gave me answers. I would come home from school, I would come back to my room from being disciplined from adults, and I might not thought that it was the appropriate and right thing that went down. I would consult this frog. You see, you did it too as a child, and a lot of you people still today do it as grown people. But what you did, you just went and made it more mystical. You went and got rid of the doll, the bear, the frog, right? Because you thinking you growing up now, you don't want nobody laughing at you. You're going to make this God, this thing that you're going to talk to, communicate, and give you answers spooky and mysterious, whereas nobody can see it. That's what you decided at some point. And I say between the age of 5 and 8. Never not knowing that it was really the whole thing about me being here on earth is about me. It's all about you. And if you look at your society and the way it's built and geared up, it will prove me factual. You got my health, not mine, but you have a health department that recommends strongly for your safety, health, and concern that you get some type of medication put up in you. Now, you might say, well, that's a person who cares about me, right? I don't want them getting sick. I don't want Pan the bear down the street, the bird down the street getting sick. So maybe you should be taking some type of medication. Like me. Right now, I'm partaking in the herbs. And in my mind, in my sphere, in my aura, in my world, this is my medication. And guess what? It's going to work for me in that manner. Not in the manner in which you sit back and have your negative or your disagreeable idea of it. That's not going to make my boat float. And you could think about it all day. You can go ahead and destroy your whole day thinking about whether it's my medication that I'm taking is harmful or productive. Thereby wasting your whole 24 hours, right? Not being productive and built nothing or did anything creative for your own world. Nope. You got dumbified, caught up and stupid all up in Nate's world. Remember, there's a show that used to come on. There was a show that used to come on. It was titled Wayne's World. How many people remember that? How many people remember the show that used to come on television titled Wayne's World? Well, see, this is what happens when I start focusing too much on you. I come out of my world and get caught up into Nate's world. Why? How? Is it helpful? Is it beneficial? Is it fruitful? Really, think about it. Would it be in your best interest to be spending your 24 hours of the day and contemplating and thinking about what's right or wrong for Nate the Great? I'm gonna give you a moment to think about that. Hit your heart button too, people. Don't hit mine. We want to send some energies out here to Jean Bay, right? We're going to acknowledge Jean Delator Bay, Tina Jones, right? Paris LaShawn, Jesse LaShawn. All right, let's give them people some bells. See, when the bells are tuned and sound all throughout the universe, that means your name is ringing. You ever heard it? The saying, this might be a Philly thing, I'm not sure, but we used to say, my name ring bells. Why? Where did you get that from? How is your name ringing bells, B? You may even have the boxing experience or the experience of being in the ring boxing. Check. And somebody hit you so hard, you say to yourself, it feel like I heard. So we don't want to get caught up in nobody else's world. I want to continuously, constantly develop and build my own world. And here's the beautiful part about it. It ain't like the job that you got, you on a contract, and after you get done building the building, you move on to another site. Rather, this one. Hold on. Let me hold my thought for a minute. I want to let some people get on the airwave real quick to hear what I'm going to say. Until that, I'm going to get some more acknowledgement. Nikila Hills Friedman. Silinda. I appreciate your energies. So yeah, now that we got Facebook back acting a little sensible, you know. You're the one that's to come to light and to the dark. And it ain't, you know what? It's not even coming to anything. It's more so about having an acknowledgement of the light and the dark. We are made or unmade by ourselves. That's right. There's no mystery God that's making you. There's never been, never has been, never will be. There is no mystery person, God, being, deity, creative force of anything. And you cannot prove this to me. That has created you. There's never has been, and there never will be. You will never be able to get by with me with that theory that you've been sent from a God. Never. I don't know why you people ain't hung that up yet. I've been hung that up when I was a young boy. When I got rid of my Kermit the Frog, that I used to come back in my room that my mom bought me when I was a young individual, right? Small being. I got rid of all mysterious things. And the crazy thing is, like I was going to say, is your world is the only world that gets to have its continuum. Whereas if you, let's say you were a carpenter, right? You're a carpenter, and you're working for somebody, and your building ain't but 200 feet by 500. So there's an ending date. There's a time that we got to get started, and there's a time span where we got to end. So that all this mathematics and science that we're doing will unfold and work out for the better, right? Meaning that everybody is paid right, no one's underpaid, we didn't go in the red, we didn't overpay. Let me see if I could just Facebook. Facebook is kind of real. Uh, I'm apologizing to Facebook family, friends, members. It's just a system that doesn't have its energy grid up strong enough yet to stick with me. So it's going in and out. YouTube is doing fine. For some reason, their frequency is stronger than Facebook's. Like, I really don't know what's going on with the little bits and shit, excuse me, little bits and things of how they dealing with their frequencies. But I have Facebook streaming off of a paid source, which is my phone. I'm getting slow connection. So this tells me that there's interference going on throughout the atmosphere. Okay. And that's with Facebook. I'm Wi-Fiing, meaning literally almost, you could safely say, utilizes someone else's source, and I'm not getting any disruption. So if you was with me in the earlier stream, this is what I mean. You're going to have to be so wise to see the idiocy and the phenomenal things that's going on around you and know you're not crazy. It's some things that's going on around you that's not supposed to be. And the average person can't see that. They think it's normal, typical, average day. Some things that's going on. I'm not going to get in the naming nothing because you know how it go anyway. Even if I sit back to think, I can't even think now because it's not meant for you. It's only meant for me to sit. So the only ones that really can hear is the ones that really can see. And so this is why this message is only for those who it concerns. I'm not meant to be lecturing, speaking, and dialoguing with everybody on the planet. Average person can't even understand me. Don't even comprehend what I'll be talking about. The other little percentage that's left might think it's a game and that I'm practicing or working towards something, and I don't know, whatever. I can't say I don't know, but minds have its reasonings for functioning the way it does. There's no such thing as craziness. What what you may think as one's being crazy, someone else's craziness, is actually nothing crazy at all. It's just that you can't compute. You don't live in that world. So of course it's going to be alienated to you. You're going to deem it as crazy. No? Is that the right, appropriate way to look at things? No, I wouldn't say so. As a teacher, as one, as holding one of the titles as being a teacher, no. Even as an intellectual or individual who has to think optimistic, you still have to say no. Because everything that happens that goes on in existence is meant to go on and happen. Because other than that, it wouldn't be. You wouldn't even see it. So now you complete this task as being a carpenter, doing what you've done. Maybe you was an electrician and you was to come in and start electrifying the whole building after the sheetrockers and framers and cement men got in there and did what they did. You're done. See, your life isn't like that. Your life is a continuum. You got this to work on forever and ever 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 and ever. Wu-Tang said it best. No, we don't die. We just multiply forever and ever and ever and ever forever and ever forever and ever and ever. That's your life. When you leave this body, guess what, B? You got still greater works to do. So I suggest y'all go get you a new pair of shoes and get ready for your funeral. Oh, I don't think they understand me. Who, me? This Big Reed said, yes, you. You got to leave that body. You can't stay there forever. I know y'all would love to. Oh, look at me. I'm so beautiful. I'm so handsome. Oh, how dare can God let this go to waste? Oh, look how. Well, we ain't going to talk about that. But yeah, it got to go. Maybe you could come back and create something else more divine and fine. How long you want to live out this great avatar? I'm sure you want to switch it up. You do it on your game. Don't tell me y'all don't play your games and you go and change your avatar up. You start fucking with the hair. You know what I mean? Like fucking with the skin color because maybe you looking too light on the goddamn computer. And you know in the world you dark skinned. But in your mind, you want to create a light-skinned creature. I come over and I'm playing. I'm like, damn, who number 3? Oh, that's cat down the road. Or sometimes it might even have the person's name on it. That's Bill Blast. Bill Blast, that's you. That's not you, man. You know goddamn well you ain't that like Bill. Bill, come on, Bill. Bill, your hair is straight, Bill. Your character got woolly non-ether hair, Bill. Y'all don't know that that's the character Bill wishes to be and probably has in other dimensions and going on right now as we speak. If not, yet at best, you best better wait to know that it's going to be created. As a mind thinketh, so shall it be. Huh? You may not get that $1,000 today. You may not get it tomorrow. But don't give up hope. You may not get that Tesla today. You may not get that Tesla next year. You might not even get it in this lifetime. You might got to wait till 4 generations from now when there's no more gasoline cars. You said, fuck it, I'm just in the ether, chilling. Excuse my expression. My words, should I say, my words. I'm going to now, what people I'm going to narrow words in the English language that people are afraid of. I'm making an attempt to do this as a thorough teacher. So yeah, you chilling all up in the ether realm, like, oh, they got any all electric cars down there on Earth yet? You go in the computer and shit, like you from the 19th galaxy. You know what I mean? Start moving elements. Syria, can you bring up Earth? Sure. Here's Earth. Damn, they still got Sunoco. I ain't going back. And so you get the what? That purgatory stage, they call it. You got control of all this. Y'all don't know this. Y'all think I'm sitting here reading this story out of a goddamn book. When in all actuality, the book is written is you. You can't even write a book if it wasn't for you. Heaven, you won't even have a universe if it wasn't for you. Try to spell universe without you. You're going to get it all twisted. I guarantee you that. This is facts. This is facts. We are made or unmade by ourselves. The mystery people, the mystery God, ain't got nothing on you. And they know this more than you know this. But they get to be winning because you are in agreement with the idea. You forge the weapons by which you can destroy yourself or even create yourself, people. Likewise, we also fashion the tools with which we build for ourselves heavenly mansions of joy and strength and peace by the right choice and true application of thought. We ascend to the divine perfection. Am I clear on this? Huh? By the right choice and true application of thought, I will ascend. Write it down if you want. Just in case you want to come back and find my words being void. I could cash app you something and you can get paid. Because you're not supposed to be talking nothing that ain't manifested coming into fruition. And you talk about words got power. I can't tell. By right choices and true application of thought, we ascend to the divine perfection of what you are in and of yourself. Not what something or someone else has deemed to be that of perfection. That's where you're going wrong. This is why you got religious people thinking that they can't be perfect, when in fact it tells you in Matthew 5:48 of your Bible. Go to the King James version. I recommend. It states, "Be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect." Period. It's not a long, drawn out statement, so you can't really get confused. Yeah. There's no room and error for you to get in there and start juggling. Oh, well, I think it means this. Oh, I don't really think that it means that. Stop it. Please stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Let's look at the words, please. And forget about everything else and only go by what it means by indication. Be means what? To exist. Okay. Ye is another word ancient time used for you. So you, my nigga, I'm gonna paraphrase this so that the ghetto people can't even talk about. I don't understand that Bible. It talks about ye, thou, this, and all that old ancient English. And okay, I'm gonna break it down for you. You ain't do nothing but be perfect, like like your Father in heaven is perfect. Hold on, let me get rid of some of this. All right. So don't get it construed. Don't start mixing it up and getting it all twisted. That's unnecessary. You're going to be perfect in your own way. You should be perfect in your own self and whatever you're doing. If you're walking down the street and your one shoestring is untied and you're not falling, you're perfect. Somebody else might do it and they're going to start tripping and falling. Now you worrying about that person. Tie your shoe up. Your shoestring untied. They're not worrying about it. Why are you worrying about it? They know their shoestring is untied. But for some apparent reason, the perfection of what they're existing in is working out swell for them. Leave it good enough alone. That's all I'm saying. By the abuse and wrong application of thought, right? By the abuse and wrong application of thought, we descend, which means come down. The Father is your higher self. If somebody's not clear on where the Father is, just in case they didn't know. When you hear them scriptures, them preachers, the Bible, and anybody speaking about the Father, that's you, your higher self. Right? Look at it in a scenario of a household. If I was to come to the house, I say, well, who's the king of this kingdom? Who's managing? Who's the ruler? Who runs? Who's that height? Who's the highest? Normally everybody would say, well, let me go get my father. Huh? So with right thoughts, you ascend. We move up within yourself, in your thinking, in your ways, and in your doings, in your contemplating, even in your visionaries, even in your meditations. It should be that of sitting back and having reflective thoughts of productivity. See? So by the abuse and wrong application of thought, we descend below the level of the beast. That's right. Between these two extremes are all the grades of character. And no matter what character the individual so decides that they want to play or act in, they are the God in and of that experience. I don't care if she want to be a drug addict. See? Let her be the best drug addict there ever be, where you say, God damn, I know I can't be a no drug addict. But if I was to put somebody next to the definition, the dictionary of drug addict, it'd be that motherfucker right there. excuse my use of terminology again, because all that leaning, dipping stuff like this, that's a drug addict. Facts. All right. So we are our own maker and master. It's all about you, people. All right. So that's enough for today. I'm gonna get up out of here. I got some things to do in existence. All right. I want to leave YouTube and Facebook with the energy, the idea, and the desiring of becoming what, people? Huh? A grandmaster. That's right. Look, you're going to make it to a grandmother. You're going to make it to a grandfather. Some of you niggas are going to make it to be that of a grand sheik. Huh? Grand juror. But how many of you ever have wanted to make it to be that of the grandmaster? You thought that you thought that was something that only could be accomplished in taekwondo, kung fu, or any form of martial arts, didn't you? No. It's all about you, people. Make sure you take care of yourself and do it on and with a purpose. All right? So nobody came through on the YouTube. Just all good. As long as I'm getting my energy in, that's all that matters. Everything that I do is in preparation for me, myself, and I. Let that be the sole reasons of all that what you do in existence. Don't do things in life to please nothing or no one else but yourself. All right? So take care of yourself. Make sure you're doing it on and with a purpose. I'm going to check you later.